Okay, today I'm going to read from one of our favorite authors, Robert Munsch, the book called Andrew's Loose Tooth. And we know Robert Munsch's books are all pretty silly, so this one should be funny. Someone's driving a car with a tooth on top? And this book was written for Andrew Munsch. That must be Robert Munsch's son, maybe? When Andrew came downstairs, there were 3 big red apples in the middle of the table, and even though he had a loose tooth, he decided to eat an apple. So he reached out, picked up an apple, shined it on his shirt, took a bite, and yelled, "Yow! Mommy, do something about this tooth. It hurts so much I can't even eat my apple." Andrew's mother opened up his mouth and looked inside. Ooh, she said, "It's a loose tooth. I know what to do." She took hold of the tooth with both hands and pulled as hard as she could, but the tooth did not come out. "Oh, Andrew," she said, "I just can't get that tooth out. Why don't you try another apple? That might make your tooth come out." All right, I think you have to start doing this. I think this part repeats. So Andrew reached out, picked an apple, shined it on his shirt, shine it on your shirt, took a bite, and yelled. What did he yell? "Yow! Daddy, do something about this tooth. It hurts so much I can't even eat my apple." So Andrew's father opened up his mouth and looked inside. Ooh, he said, "It's a loose tooth. I know what to do." Are you going to make a prediction? What do you think the dad's going to try? He got a big pair of pliers and took hold of Andrew's tooth. Then he put his foot on Andrew's nose and pulled as hard as he could, but the tooth did not come out. "Oh, Andrew," he said, "this tooth is stuck. Why don't you try another apple? That will make your tooth come out." Do you think another apple's going to work? So Andrew reached out and picked up an apple, shined it on his shirt. Go ahead and take a bite. Took a bite and yelled. What did he say? "Yow! Mommy, Daddy, do something about this tooth. It hurts so much I can't even eat my apple." So they called, what do you think they called? A dentist. The dentist came that's who was driving that car in the front of the book. The dentist came in a shiny black car. He opened up Andrew's mouth, looked inside, and said, Oh, it's a loose tooth. I know what to do." His car says 555 tooth to call. He got a big long rope and he tied one end to Andrew's tooth. Andrew said, "I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. You're going to tie the end of the rope to the door and then you're going to slam the door." "No," said the dentist. "I'm going to tie it to my car." Dun, dun, dun. Do you think that's going to be a good idea? Do you think that's going to feel good? I'm nervous for Andrew. He tied the other end of the rope to his car and drove away as fast as he could. When he got to the end of the rope, his whole car fell apart. The dentist stood there holding just the steering wheel. Look at that. And here's Andrew over here. He's laughing. That is one stubborn tooth. I know some of my first graders have had teeth just as stubborn. Then Andrew's mother and his father and the dentist all said, Andrew, that tooth will not come out. You just can't eat your breakfast." Andrew sat out in the front yard looking very sad. His best friend, Louis, came along and said, "Andrew, what's the matter?" "Oh," said Andrew, "my mother can't get this tooth out. My father can't get this tooth out. The dentist can't get this tooth out. And I can't eat my breakfast." Ooh, said Louis. "I know what to do." What do you think his friend's idea is going to be? Louis went into Andrew's house and called the Tooth Fairy on the phone. Is this what you imagine the Tooth Fairy looks like? The Tooth Fairy roared up right away on a large motorcycle. Andrew looked at the Tooth Fairy and said, "If you think you're going to use that motorcycle to pull out my tooth, you are nuts." "What do you think I am?" said the Tooth Fairy. "A dentist?" She pulled Andrew's tooth out with one hand, and the tooth did not come out. She pulled Andrew's tooth with two hands, and the tooth did not come out. She got a large hammer off her motorcycle and clanged Andrew's tooth. The hammer broke in two pieces, and the tooth still did not come out. "Incredible," said the Tooth Fairy. "This is the first tooth ever that I can't pull out. I guess you just can't eat your breakfast." "Hold it," said Louis. "I have an idea." Louis went into Andrew's house and got a pepper shaker. Then he pushed back Andrew's head and sprinkled pepper up Andrew's nose. Andrew went, are you ready for it? You have to make a giant sneeze at this part. Ah, 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 achoo! And if you'll notice, if you gotta look at this picture closely, I want you to look right there. See it? And sneeze that tooth all the way across town. Take it slowly so you can see the trail of the tooth. It went through the trash can, through that guy's legs, through a donut, through a bush, skimmed over a dog's head, and through the newspaper, and then it kept on going. But the Tooth Fairy still got her tooth. Look at, she's got her net. She's speeding in that motorcycle over all the cars to catch that tooth. And right in the net, she's still got her tooth. And remember what Andrew wanted to eat? He wanted to eat an apple. And look at he and his friend Louis. Nice and close, you can see. Looks like they ate all the apples their little bellies could hold. Look how full their bellies are. Whoa. So that was Andrew's Loose Tooth by Robert Munsch. It's a really funny one about a very stubborn tooth. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day Wednesday. I'll see you soon.